Dietary supplements have become a common health aid in medicine cabinets all across America. More than half of us in America use dietary supplements, including this senator who, for a variety of reasons, takes a multivitamin tablet every morning. In spite of their popularity, many people would be surprised to learn that the Food and Drug Administration doesn't know how many dietary supplements are actually being sold in the United States. Most people don't know that if a dietary supplement ingredient presented serious health concerns, the Food and Drug Administration doesn't have the information to track down products containing the harmful ingredient. We assume if it's for sale in America, some government agency has taken a close look to make sure that that product is safe and that we know what's inside of it and that it wouldn't harm a customer, an innocent customer. I have an amendment which I'll be offering to ensure that the Food and Drug Administration has the information it needs to respond quickly and efficiently when safety concerns arise concerning dietary supplements. This amendment would require dietary supplement manufacturers to give the Food and Drug Administration the name of each supplement they produce, along with a description, a list of ingredients, and a copy of the label. It's not an onerous requirement. But for the first time, the Food and Drug Administration would literally have a catalog of all the dietary supplements being sold to Americans all across the nation. Now, with this information, the FDA is better equipped to protect consumers' health and to work with manufacturers to address any problems if they arise. This common sense amendment that I'm offering is supported by the Consumers Union, and it would give the Food and Drug Administration basic information it needs to protect the public. Trust me, it will be opposed by certain interest groups. But I heard opposition almost 10 years ago when I introduced a bill to require dietary supplement manufacturers to report serious adverse events, like hospitalizations or death, to the FDA. The need for mandatory reporting of adverse events was demonstrated by injuries and death across the country caused by popular and dangerous dietary ingredients like ephedra, before it was banned in the United States in 2004. One of the victims was 16-year-old Sean Riggins from Lincoln, Illinois, 30 miles from where I live in downstate Illinois. He died in September 2002, a high school student, from a heart attack after he took something called Yellow Jackets. It was supposed to be an energy boost, and he was headed off to play football. It contained ephedra, and it killed him. Shortly before his death, Metabolife, the largest manufacturer of supplements containing ephedra, claimed to the public that they had no ephedra-related adverse event reports, period. However, a lawsuit was filed, and they were required under that lawsuit to disclose their records. In October of 2002, under pressure, Metabolife gave FDA over 13,000 ephedra-related adverse event reports. People had taken their substances with ephedra, got sick or worse. In 2006, I worked with Senator Orrin Hatch of Utah and Tom Harkin of Iowa to pass the Dietary Supplement and Non-Prescription Drug Consumer Protection Act, which mandates reporting of adverse events to the Food and Drug Administration. It stands to reason. If there's a drug for sale in the United States, dietary supplement in this case, for sale in the United States, causes a problem, shouldn't we know about it? If it's causing a problem in a lot of different places, if the Food and Drug Administration, through these reports, will discover it. Since the law took effect in 2007, dietary supplement adverse event reports submitted to the FDA have increased sevenfold, from 368 in 2007 to 2,473 in 2011. The FDA is using these reports as part of a surveillance system to signal potential safety issues and in some cases take regulatory action. Mandatory reporting of adverse events was an important step to protect consumer safety, but we need to do more to ensure the FDA and consumers have the information they need. Madam President, the sad reality of this amendment and this issue is that it takes a tragedy to catch our attention. Someone has to be seriously hurt or worse before members of Congress and others will take notice and do something. I recently learned about the tragic death of this beautiful young 14-year-old girl. Her name was Anise Fournier from Maryland. Anise was an honor student. She liked to read vampire novels. She watched chick flicks with her mom and had a passion for writing. Last December, her life was cut short when she went into cardiac arrest. What caused it? Caffeine toxicity. She drank 2 24-ounce Monster energy drinks in less than 24 hours, and it took her life. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that adolescents, like 14-year-old Anise, consume no more than 100 milligrams of caffeine every day. But in less than 24 hours, Anise had consumed 480 milligrams of caffeine. That's the equivalent to 14 12-ounce sodas with ordinary caffeine content. But of course, she did it with 2 drinks, Monster energy drinks. A recent report by SAMHSA shows that energy drinks pose potentially serious health risks. I might say that in the gallery today, as I'm speaking, are members of Anise's family. We want to join them in mourning her loss and hope that her life will at least give us notice that there are things we can do to spare other families from the grief that their family has gone through. Wendy Crossland is her mom. Her sister Jade is here, her grandfather Dick, and her grandmother Faith. They've come here today because they are hoping that the Senate will hear about this amendment and that we can take it up and pass it. Her case is not alone. Emergency room visits due to energy drinks have increased tenfold between 2005 and 2009, from 1,128 in 2005 to 13,114 ER visits in 2009. Energy drinks target kids with flashy ads and names: Monster, Rockstar, 5-hour energy drink. But there are serious concerns about the high levels of caffeine in these beverages and herbal ingredients that act as stimulants and contain even additional caffeine. The FDA, now this is the interesting thing, if you walked in, as I have, to an ordinary gas station, whether it's in New Hampshire or in Illinois, and you see the cooler there with the drinks in it, and then you'll see some others on counters, you might assume, well, they're all subject to the same level of regulation, but it's not true. If you're talking about ordinary beverages, sodas, they're characterized as food, and they are subject to certain limitations by the FDA. However, if you look at the fine print, and you better look closely because it's very tiny, you may find that this is being characterized and described as a dietary supplement. By putting those 2 words on the label, they escape regulation. That's why this poor young lady, this poor young girl, was a victim because of the huge amount of caffeine that was consumed in the name of a dietary supplement. I defy you to walk into a store and to look at that case of all the things that you can buy and pick out the ones that are regulated by the FDA and those that aren't. You're going to have to study long and hard and look closely at the labels to figure it out. Now, is that fair to consumers? Is it fair to families and parents that we don't have even basic oversight and regulation over products that can literally harm or take the life of a beautiful young girl like this? The amendment I'm offering would ensure that the FDA knows about all of the energy drinks being sold in the United States and may provide information about ingredients that could help the agency address potential safety concerns. Now, most dietary supplements available today for sale are safe and are used by millions of Americans as part of a healthy lifestyle. Some ingredients may be safe for the general population, but may be risky for kids, pregnant women, or people with a heart condition, or taking certain prescription drugs. Furthermore, in spite of the many responsible dietary supplement companies, sadly, there is a murky market space out there where some bad actors are selling potentially dangerous products, some of them imported into the United States, which literally do not even disclose their ingredients in an accurate way. This amendment will take an important step to protect the public health by requiring dietary supplement manufacturers to submit basic information to the FDA that would help the agency identify safety issues and respond more quickly. No one wants to learn of the death of another 16-year-old who loved to play football, or of this wonderful young 14-year-old girl who loved watching movies with her mom. We can help prevent these tragedies by requiring that better information is reported to the FDA when these dietary supplements go on the market.